I suppose it goes without saying that there's no good time to be told that you have cancer. I wouldn't have chosen the middle of a pandemic.
I always understood the power and the joy of beauty, but it was only when I was suffering from the visual effects of my cancer treatment that it really came into play an important part in how I felt better. I'm a freelance makeup artist based in London. I work in fashion, commercials, music videos. I'm meeting all different types of people from all walks of life, from pop stars to models. When I heard about Look Good, Feel Better, it just made me realise from what I do for a job, I could help someone and really make a difference to them. I think cancer really robs people of their identity and strips everything back. And what these workshops do is help them find that step and find themselves again. You know, it might sound a little bit superficial that it is just a little bit of lipstick or whatever, but it's that little bit of lipstick that gives that woman the confidence to feel a little bit better about herself. This is going to be quite amazing today to be doing a virtual makeup session with Aisha in Canada. I suppose it's one positive of the pandemic is that I can reach out to someone from the other side of the world. It's quite incredible.
Hi, my name is Aisha Kwashi. I have 2 children, and when I was first diagnosed with cancer, I thought I was going to die. I didn't know what would happen to me, and most of all, what would happen to my children. But I am here today, cancer-free.
Hi Laura, how are you?
Hi Aisha, how are you today?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
Yeah, good, thank you. Right, so what we're going to do today is quite a natural makeup look. So you don't wear a lot of makeup, do you, day to day?
No, normally just lip gloss or lipstick.
Right, first we're going to start with a primer, this one here. We're just going to put pea-sized amount, take this brush, and we're just going to spread this just all over the face, yeah? Mainly across the forehead and down your nose, yeah? That's your T-zone. My name is Sophie Berezina. I'm a beauty and editorial director, and 10 years ago I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I think the relationship between beauty and health is quite often overlooked, and to be honest, it was maybe something that I overlooked until I had to deal with it directly. I think that cancer is as much an identity crisis as it is a health crisis, and that is where the role of beauty, of hair and makeup really comes into play.
Every woman going through cancer needs that boost, and Look Good, Feel Better allows you to feel good, to say, you know what, I can beat this and I'm gonna get through this.
Darkness under your eyes, it can be quite significant when you're going through treatment. So if you use a concealer, that can certainly help. I read about you losing your hair. Was that biggest impacts of all your treatment and things?
I think so, because, you know, especially as a woman, you put so much emphasis on how you look and, you know, how you present yourself. Prior to the treatment, my hair was fairly long. So the day that it actually all fell out, I was in the shower and I bawled. Like, I just cried and I cried because you look so different, like a completely different person. So that was pretty tough.
I'm Emma McCarthy. I'm a fashion and beauty editor. During the summer, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. So since then, I've had 15 rounds of chemotherapy, 2 more to go. I've only lost my eyebrows and my eyelashes as recently as last week, I would say, the eyelashes. And so it's a constant battle, I suppose, to adjust your self-image.
10 years ago, I launched a blog called Sophie Feels Better because I wanted to share what I was learning about the beauty industry and how beauty could help me through my treatment. For instance, mascara is always the thing that I would put on just as that one touch to make me feel done, or even a brow pencil or a brow gel. And when you lose
your hair, you lose all of your hair. So those two products were straight out of the window, and I had to learn ways to kind of replicate those feature-defining effects.
Our companies and partners like the beauty industry and Mary Kay, they have a great role to play in this. And not just be there for the joyful times and your great milestones, but to be there when you don't feel like yourself.
So now we're going to move on to doing your eyes. Just pick two colours. Going to sweep that across the whole eyelid, yeah? When you're in treatment, did you take much time out to sort of treat yourself or look after yourself in this sort of way?
The only time I did that was when I did the class for the Look Good, Feel Better. Everything is so focused on treatments and doctor's visits. Like, it's nice to have a change of environment where it's focused on making yourself feel good. I didn't know what to expect, but it was pretty cool in the sense that it wasn't just makeup based. We share stories, you know, you laugh about certain things that, you know, you may have experienced. So it's good to know that, okay, there's other women that are feeling the exact same way and that are going through the same things.
This isn't my first experience with cancer. When my mum was an NHS nurse all her life, and then in 2008, during my first year of university, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. She died, unfortunately. I suppose that the main thing that I learned from her was awareness. I suppose watching someone you love go through that made me very aware of checking myself all the time. And then as soon as I found a lump, went and got it checked out. And obviously you never expect to hear the worst, to get that diagnosis. You can't help but feel like your fate is sort of tied to the outcome of this crisis. There have been some difficult conversations to have, such as potential delays to my surgery.
We're very concerned about what things look like post-pandemic and how many women may have not been realizing that they needed to go to their healthcare professional to be diagnosed.
We're going to do your mascara. So this is the movement everyone thinks you do, but you actually should be doing this wiggling motion like this. This is the way you'll get longer lashes. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Good tips. Oh, wow. My eyes look so different. How does that look?
Yeah, lovely. Really nice.
The way that you look, beauty, makeup, it isn't the chief concern. Obviously, that is your health. But it's a huge part of the journey because there are so many changes that you have to face. And I think if you look like yourself when you're talking to the people that you love, you know, friends and family, you can sort of forget for a moment that you're ill, that you're really sick, and that you can feel like yourself, because that's hugely important. You've maintained your own identity and that your identity isn't being taken away from you by this disease. And I think that the way that you look is a huge part of that for a lot of women.
What would you say has been like the most difficult part of maintaining your self-image?
You look completely different. So trying to get used to your new look during treatment, it's, I think, probably the hardest part. Knowing what you looked like before, it's hard to adjust to that.
So now we're just gonna basically finish off the skin with a highlighter and a blusher, just to add a little bit more radiance into the skin.
So you do downward stroke?
Downwards, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's nice. It's beautiful.
How does that feel?
It feels great. I love it.
You know, to hear stories of women who are walking through hospital doors, going to chemo by themselves, who then turn on their, tablet and connect to Look Good, Feel Better, just goes to show you that women are looking for any lifeline to feel connected, to have tools, to talk about their experience.
I would say the biggest takeaway would be to be easy on yourself. If you feel like crying, cry. If you feel like laughing, laugh. There's no rule book on cancer and how you approach it or deal with it. So you need to do whatever will get you through to the next treatment, whatever will get you through to being cancer free.
Having gone through it, there is a lot that I could help other women in a similar situation, and perhaps at the end of this journey that I could look at becoming a tutor myself to help other women in the same situation as me, because I do feel like I have a lot to say about it.